I guess the best way to characterize this budget to me is the triumph of sound bites over substance. It seems that we have pockets of things that sound good matched with things that sound bad, and they're almost politically charged. For example, we failed to, again, year after year, reform the school aid formula. Yes, some of our school districts did fairly well compared to prior years, but many of them are still facing functional bankruptcy down the road, and we still failed to reform the formula. We failed to provide mandate relief for our local governments. We haven't taken that issue seriously, which is probably one of the biggest issues we have facing the state, taking into consideration some of the ideas we had for reforming Medicaid, which is the largest single mandate on our local governments. We increased energy taxes. We provide I call them political payoffs to families with dependent children making between $40,000 and $300,000 a year are going to get a $350 rebate check, incidentally, 1 month before all of our reelection next year. Not 2013, in 2014. I think that's just disingenuous. Well, what are we doing? Leaving our seniors behind. There's nothing in there that's really substantive for our seniors. One of the biggest disappointments of this budget to me is our failure to address the needs of our developmentally disabled. We know they faced a huge cut because of the federal government. We didn't restore that funding, and I fear that we're moving toward away from having our local governments and home rule taking care of and helping these people through a lot of independent companies and smaller corporations, and we're going to a more centrally planned type of system through what they call DISCOs, and I'm just a little concerned about that part of the budget. There's things I like. I don't like the fact that we're raising the minimum wage, although I know it was a concession to not rate it with the CPI, but still that doesn't help our farmers. Doesn't help our really small business owners, and it doesn't affect the medium-sized businesses and the larger businesses. I don't like the fact that we're now going to be giving a credit if you hire teenagers. So aren't we supposed to be helping those young people or those people who have children who are dependent? Now we're going to, employers are going to be incentivized to throw them under the bus and hire teenagers so they can get the credits. Exactly we're hurting the very people we're trying to help. It's just a frustrating process. I feel that we didn't have a chance to put our input into the budget, and I think that was part of the reason I'm not happy about it and why I'm putting many no votes in. Of course, we haven't voted yet, but it's looking no based on my initial preview. I'm just disappointed that we couldn't do more substantive change that we really desperately need in New York. We need to move ourselves up from the 50th ranking for a business-friendly state. We need to do major organic change, mandate relief, reducing personal income tax so that we can attract young people here. Just disappointed in a lot of ways about this budget.